here. Welcome back to another stream. So, I the inspiration for this stream is actually to talk about inspiration. But no, I got inspiration for this stream because I got inspiration about something else, and then I kind of thought, let's come live while I'm kind of solving this inspiration, if that kind of is how you explain it. Basically, I got inspired, and then I thought, why not make a stream and talk about why I got inspired and talk about what inspires me while I kind of kill what has brought this inspiration on, if that makes sense. So I got inspired by something to do with making tracks, and basically now I want to go and make a track. So I thought, while I kind of source my information together and what I need to kind of make the track. I thought I'd come live and talk about sort of how I get my inspiration and what kind of inspires me. Um, ooh, what the hell? Okay, this actually isn't a good start. See if it actually opens this time. My Chrome won't open. So basically, a friend of mine did a like a bootleg stroke a remix of a track of something that he said he'd heard on Reels, and basically really catchy, really good tune. Um, but I just and this is nothing against him. I just wasn't fully keen on his version of the track that he'd done. I've got the version, and I just feel like it sounds a little bit loud. It sounds a little bit messy in places. I feel like there's some sounds in there, like little sweep down sounds and little effect sounds that just sound too loud. And I really like the vocal that he used. Yeah, I really like the vocal that he used. So I was curious because I've been kind of trying to sing the vocal all day, but his version, I just felt like I couldn't fully understand what the vocal was saying, but like the voice and the woman sounded catchy. So I went to do a little bit of hunting, as opposed to what the track could be. And then I realised that the vocal was actually saying "Angel in my dreams." So I've gone and hunted, and I found where I believe he got the original inspiration from for the track. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find see if I can find a vocal for the track that he used. See if I can find an acapella. So he's done a mashup. So basically, what's happened is a friend of mine he's seen a mashup on reels of an old classic track which everybody should know, entitled "Better Off Alone" by Alice DJ. And then they've done a mashup where they've taken the vocals from another track called "Angel in My Dreams" and they put that over the "Better Off Alone" instead of the "Better Off Alone" vocals, essentially. And then what my friend has done is he's gone and taken that idea and he's gone and done like bootleg remix of that idea. And you know, it's good, but there was just some things that I wasn't too keen on in his version. So I want to now go and do my version of this track, if that makes sense. So basically, I will show you. I will play you now the mashup that where he got the idea from. So this was basically this was going around on TikTok, and it's "Angel of My Dreams, Better Off Alone," mixed Ltigo, X Jade, X Alice DJ. So they've obviously just credited like the original artists on both sides of the track. And it just sounds like the original Better Off Alone, and then they've stuck the vocal on top. But the vocal works like with the instrumental to Better Off Alone. So here it is.
Let's build a website using only AI.
Yeah, let's not have it that loud.
First up,
It is
we
quite
need to
late.
tell the AI what exactly our business is about.
So that is basically that version, right? And then basically, my friend Rob, he did a version. So he did a remix of this that was going around on TikTok, and he put a donk on it. He donked it up, and like I say, he did good, but there was just like something. You know, sometimes like when you love a track so much that you just want to put your spin on it as well. So I think because he's just released this on Excite very recently, last week, I believe. So I'm probably just going to do it probably just for my own purpose. Like I'm probably not gonna release this, or I might do it at some point in the future. But basically, yeah, Angel of My Dreams. Yeah, I'm gonna probably just keep it to myself for now. So Angel of, so I need to find an acapella of Angel of My Dreams if there is one. That's kind of where we're at. So Angel of My Dreams acapella. There might be one, and yes, I found one. Ooh, that kind of is the acapella, but let's see what this one is. Can you tell me? Little Mix. Not Little Mix, no. Right, let me go back to the bootleg a sec.
Start off with the vocal cleanup.
The reason why I'm going back to the bootleg just a second is because I think the vocal's been chopped up, but I just want to listen again.
Then we go on to the vocal tuner to make sure that everything is perfectly in key. Finally,
Love you and hate you, and it's not fair. Right, want you and need you is loving, it ain't fair. Okay, let's do it again. Because I think I've got it. I think I've got it. I think it is right. So yeah, it is correct. So we're gonna take that. We're gonna take that. So we'll take that, and then we're gonna download it basically. Now, for some reason, this computer mouse is really like doing my head in. It's weird. It's really hard to explain, but it's like sometimes you click it and the response on it is really bad, and sometimes it just doesn't. Like you think you've clicked it and then it hasn't. Right, let's get this vocal. I'm pretty certain that I think I've still got a MIDI for Better Off Alone. Now, Better Off Alone, I got the MIDI for it, but it's like because Better Off Alone has been done so many times, it's never something that I've really like because so many people have done it. It's always kind of been one of those where like there's just been that many versions that I just don't feel like me doing a version like is just adding to a list of so many bootlegs are Better Off Alone. However, this is a little bit different, and I just want to put a spin on this for my own kind of entertainment. And I do like Better Off Alone. I've loved that track for. What the hell is going on? Do you know what, these stupid YouTube converters? I used to have a really, really good one, and it worked for ages, and then all of a sudden it stopped working. But now it's like keeps coming up with like click this allow to confirm you're not a robot, but then it doesn't give me the option to click allow. Give me the link. It wants to basically it wants to click on like and open too many tabs before it download. Right, give me it. It will, yeah, it's done it now. It will download it eventually. It's just the hell. It just doesn't always do it straight off. Right. So what we need to do now is open up FL Studio, and I'm gonna get to work on turning this into a track. So what inspires me to make tracks? What inspires me to make remixes and stuff like that? You know, what typically makes me, you know, want to do a remix of something, or you know, where do I genuinely get my inspiration from when it comes to making tracks? So I make a lot of bounce bootlegs. I do a lot of bounce remixes, and when I come to doing bounce remixes or any form or any types of tracks, I try to I try to be as unique as possible while still doing a remix, if that makes sense. So, for example, when it comes to our bounce scene is quite big. It's a big scene in terms of there's a lot of people that are into it. There's a lot of people that produce. There's a lot of people that make remixes, and there's a lot of people that release remixes, and there's a lot of like labels, basically digital websites where you can buy bounce tracks, and basically like every week there's like bootlegs and covers and stuff that go onto these sites all the time. And there's certain tracks that have been done hundreds of times by different people. Better Off Alone is kind of one of them. There's countless hardcore bounce drum and bass. There's even reggae remixes of Better Off Alone, which, you know, proves how popular Better Off Alone was. And so when it does come to tracks, although I am kind of shooting myself in the foot because I am about to use the Better Off Alone melody in a track, but this is kind of more for like a mashup and just something to play in my sets as opposed really for releasing. But I try to be unique in terms of I try to look for music if I'm going to remix something that like hasn't been done, or if it's been done, it was done years ago and there hasn't been anybody that's done like a version of it recently. So for example, I recently did a remix of Cascada, A Never Ending Dream. I could be wrong, but what I'm aware of, the only like bounce version really that I can ever really recall that was kind of up there and people played it. There was a KB Project remix of it, and that was, you know, that was a KB Project back in the day. No one's done it recently. There's nothing on like 7 or direct site that I'm aware of. So for me, I chose that track because I like it and because a lot of people haven't done it. And another one is Bob Sinclair World Hold On. So I've just done a version of that I'm going to release as a free download, and that is kind of again for me one of the sort of reasons why basically like I choose these tracks like if they, because they've not been done, and then it kind of for me for me it's almost like that it's like that doing something a bit unique and bringing a version of something out that there isn't already 100 sort of remixes of. And then another way of source of getting inspiration can be things like TV adverts. It can be reels. You can watch things like I say on reels. There's certain DJs that perform live mashups on the decks, and they've got vocals to sound good with instrumental tracks. And then it's like, well, why don't we just do like a full bounce bootleg of that track using the two melodies? And that is kind of where we kind of where we kind of go from. If that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I am going to do a version of this track, obviously, which again is just going to be for me, my own sets, and that is literally it. So I've got some ideas on how I kind of want to sort of lay this tune out. So that is kind of what we're going to do, and then we'll take it from there essentially. So I'm not totally sure how it's going to sound and work yet, but my initial plan is we're going to start off with the Better Off Alone melody. It's going to sound somewhat similar to the original Better Off Alone melody, and then my initial plan is that the melody will change and it will go into like a really fat ravey sound that I'm going to use in the Sylenth, in the Serum, sorry. And that is going to like really basically beef it up essentially, and then we're going to kind of go from there. So my first sort of plan, what I'm going to do sort of see again I'm clicking stuff and it's not, I don't know, it's really weird. Anyway, so my first sort of plan is we're going to work on we're going to kind of work on the bass line of the track. So to get the bass line in for the Better Off Alone. So I think, now I could completely be wrong here, but I don't think I am. I think I've got a MIDI somewhere for the track. So Better Off Alone, Rosala vocal mix 3, Loza and Alice D. So I've got a couple of bootlegs of this track actually. Oh, Better Off Alone pads. Oh, where's that? Because that might have the MIDI in it. Actually, no, I think I actually. Oh no, that's in downloads. No, I have a folder. Vocal leads, I believe it is vocal leads and MIDI. Right. Bit of a stupid question. Let me try. I need to have a think because actually I don't need to have a think. I know where it is, but I can never remember fully what the folder's called, so I always struggle to find it. But I think I know where it is. So I think I moved it because what I did, I had loads of folders on my desktop and it just got really messy. So I had a little bit of a sort out and I put loads of folders into documents. And I think that could be where I moved this said folder to. So I've got a folder and it's titled something like vocal leads and midis, or something similar, and it's basically it's just got loads of MIDI files in it. But yeah, here it is, vocal leads and MIDI. Oh, but it won't open it. Now it has. Right. And yeah, so here's my Better Off Alone MIDI. So there was a MIDI straight in there instantly for the track. So let's get the MIDI out. So what I'm gonna do is I've got a thing here called chords. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put the MIDI over this. So it's gonna play. Basically, it'll play the MIDI in a piano sound, which will just help me. Again, Jesus Christ. Right, it will help me get the right, like work out which parts of the MIDI I need, because I. Oh, right. Well, that is the MIDI essentially, but it's not the right MIDI. Okay, maybe I'm gonna have to get another MIDI. Okay. That MIDI was good, but it didn't give me, like, basically there's another MIDI and I have used it before, but I couldn't tell you where it is. Better Off Alone MIDI. There's a MIDI out there that uses like it has everything in it basically. I think it's this one. So like it has the bass line, it gives me the key for the bass. So what I can essentially do is put that in to so I can use, basically I can just work out the bass. I could work it out by ear, but I just want to make a quick bootleg. I'm not really fussed about, as long as I can get the sounds I want quickly. Basically, that's what it's all about for me. And again, my mouse is being basically my mouse has just been annoying. It's like I click stuff and then it clicks other stuff. Hang on, has that just basically done the same? Right, so that is just the same. Right, it's not the right MIDI. Alright, well this one most certainly. Right. There's another MIDI out there and it basically has all the bass sounds, it has like the pad sounds. It's basically a MIDI of the whole track, essentially. Yeah, that's essentially what it is. But you can't. But the one I found was just literally the melody, just the do 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 do, which I know that anyway. I know the notes for that. I can actually play that on piano. I know roughly, like I know the pattern of the melody. I just don't remember the key of the bass pattern. I know, so I know like what it like how it goes in terms of the pattern, but I don't know how it. I just can't remember exactly what the notes of it are, if that makes sense. So that's why I wanted to get the MIDI, just to kind of. What the hell has happened there? Right, this is really doing my head in. It's this mouse. It's I'm clicking stuff. Yeah, you can go away. Like like that there, it opened. Yeah, this is. I'm having some real issues with this mouse. Right, let me delete everything because basically it didn't delete everything. Um, Basically it overlaid one MIDI on top of the other. Is like the only way I could describe it. Right, so where's my bass patterns? Let's have a look. Right, let's. Right, we've got it there. There we go. Right. Thank you. Sometime today. There we go. Right, we've got the bass sounds now. That's good. So, the next plan is to put that there, and then basically we move it up to that basically. And that should now play. And that actually does, it plays it exactly how I wanted it to play it. So, that's all gravy. So, the next thing we need to do is change that bass sound. So, I've got some kicks and stuff, and I'm going to change them a little bit later. So, basically, we're going to change the bass. Right now, we're deciding that we're going to not respond. Right. So yeah, we're going to change the bass sound. So we've got this like saw bass. We're going to change it. I want to put it kind of back to like another type of bass. So let's have a look and see what's inside this one instead. Ooh, that one actually might not be too bad. So. Alright, I like it, but the bass sounds a little quiet. So I'm gonna just try and see. I don't mind it, but it sounds very sub-bassy. So we're gonna try some other sounds. Ooh. Now that is quite toasty. I want to kind of see what the whole pattern sounds like. See? Well, you can't see, but this is exactly what I'm trying to say regarding the mouse, and it is really annoying. Right, yeah, that works. Right, what is going on? It's really doing my head in now. The mouse is really like, so now it's right. I'm clicking stuff and it's not doing it. Yeah, basically I'm producing, but I am having an issue with my computer mouse, where basically the only way to describe it is it's like it's got a mind of its own. So I'll show you right now. I'll show you the screen. Like I'm producing and I'm tapping stuff on the mouse, but it's almost like, so. For example, there's a little bar here, and basically I can like drag this and I can make it like, I can basically zoom out and zoom in. And sometimes I click it, and then instead of actually zooming out and zooming in, it like moves, and then it does that instead of zooming in. And then you can see now, like I'm trying to move it, and then it wasn't. Like now, look, I'm trying to move it, and then it wasn't doing it. And then sometimes, like I'm dragging a sample, and then sometimes like it won't let me drag the sample, or it'll get like so like there, like it's just dropped it, and I didn't let go, if that makes sense. So like it's really annoying. And I'm like trying to like drag stuff in, and it's not basically letting me do it properly. And then sometimes I'm I'm like tapping like to open tabs, and then the tabs are not letting me, or the tabs are not working basically. And now I've got like something as just crazily. So I don't know what the sampler is, but I've still got my kick, which is good. So press Alt and 14 together. Oh, sorry, an F4. No tar. Yeah, do it. Save changes. That's just like a quick save button. That's a quick save button. I know what you. Right, let's see. Right, because I want to have this bass instead. Well, I don't. I want to see what it sounds like. Bass 13. Yeah, that's hard, man. Yeah, that is sick. Right. Okay, so that's that bit done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm gonna get rid of sweep down for now. Right. But again, I just went to click delete, and then it's not clicking it. Right. Get rid of that. That is so off. Right. What? Right. It's not just an FL thing. It does it on the whole computer as well. Right. Work. Play hard. Acapella. I think I found it. See? Oh, it does. Do you know what? It for it. Now I've lost it. Oh no, it's here. Right. No. See, it won't let me drag. Oh, this is stupid. How do I ever anything? Look, so basically, I'm dragging something from downloads to FL, and then halfway through, it drops whatever I'm dragging and then starts highlighting the page instead. And then I click it and it don't drag it. And then instead of dragging it, it opens the file as if I want to play it, but I don't want to play it. Right, anyway, I think I found it. So no, that's not it. Oh, this is very fun. Um, it might be. Let's have a look. Ah, okay. Actually, no. Um, Better off alone. Pads. Right. Ah, got it. But it, again, dragging it, no. Anyway, I'm